Unbiased Trades here, and today I'm going to be going over just like a kind of March checkup and some things about execution and how I've been tracking it and trying to improve. So these are just some things you can learn from, or just to find out how I'm doing this month at the moment. So I've implemented an execution journal. This has been going on for I think just about a month, maybe two. I think 2 months. It is a new thing. I've realized a lot of my journaling wasn't useless. I've learned so much from my journaling, and still think it is one of the most key things in a trader trying to improve. But the one thing I've definitely figured out is that I need to have more trackable journaling about my execution so I can see what works, what doesn't. Um, just without me just being like, oh, I did this mistake, or oh, I did this and it didn't work this trade, or stuff like that. I promise you my journaling isn't actually that bad as it sounds, but this has been a very good addition. So yeah, normally my journaling has just been like tagging trades with certain things and then seeing like the win loss percentage with that, see my emotions behind it. But this has been a great way in Excel where I input all my execution things like entry exits, what were the better entries, what were the better exits, and then I put a one or a two in these two columns about so this would be active management. So did I actively manage it, or did I not? And yellow represents yes, and red represents no. So in this case, I lose. These are all losing percentages. I don't work off a win-loss percentage because I didn't really like the way that shows the data. So for me, I think this is the best way at the moment. I'm still figuring out what way I think is the best because there are a couple ways you could show this. But for me, I want to see what thing makes me lose the most, right? And what things I should probably change. So as you can see here, like one thing I've definitely figured out is I'm not bad at trading backside. I win a lot more when I trade on the backside. And I lose a lot more when I am not on the backside. Now, this is pretty self-explanatory. Everyone, I think, would understand that if the stock has already popped and now it's on the backside, then you're probably going to win more on the short side. However, there's a lot more new things that you could figure out from that. So I could look into how much I'm losing on the front side. Is it like an appropriate amount? Is it, too much? All that kind of things. So I have been trying to implement a rule to only enter about 1/3 to 1/4 size on the front sides. But there's still discipline issues and things like that. But we've been working on it. And then also another thing you can see is 1 minute confirmation helps a lot on these, and averaging in. So these are just a great way for you to see what things make you lose the least amount and what ones don't maybe matter as much. So at the moment, golden zone, I don't really take this as too much of a sign because I will always take the trade if it is in golden zone because that's what I like. It's my good setup. However, if I don't, there's still other trades I take that aren't related to golden zone. So I didn't expect this to be like a crazy figure about finding out something. But I do track this just in case for other purposes. And then next, this is just a March stats at the moment. So we've had 9 active trading days and we have had 12 trades. At the moment, the fees have been really small compared to other months. I think this is because Trade Zero has been a bit cheaper this month, and also the range has been so much better on a couple stocks anyway. So I've been able to make a lot more, and the fees don't seem as big, for the amount of shares I use. The risk to reward hasn't been great, but my win rate has been pretty good this month as well, 75%. Last month was a bit of a fluke, I'm not gonna lie, but this month still doing good, but the R hasn't been amazing simply because two of my losses have been decent sized losses. I've had like an emotional issue with them. Just haven't been amazing trades. They've been pretty simple errors, and I know what the error is. Just simply a way of making new methods to prevent it, or to find ways that I can change my beliefs to make sure I don't do these stupid ass mistakes again. But overall, I've been happy with this month. It's not been bad. Now I just wanted to go into a trade. We're going to go through two trades. One is Agri, which I thought was a really, really nice trade. This was a day two overextension play. And I think, as you know, a lot of sympathy plays to all the crises that has been happening in the world right now have been running. So you've had oil, you've had farm goods, you've had gold, a lot of these kind of plays. And day twos have been working very, very well. I didn't take all of them because, to be honest, some of them were just a bit too much for me. The volume was a bit too much. I didn't really know how to execute them. and I didn't really like that they were a sympathy play because it just meant it could have ran up on me if oil started to go up again. So it still was a bit wary about taking this, but the thing I'm very happy about this is the sizing. Sized in very small, 1/4, another 1/4. Started to put on some more size here, like 1/2, and then added recycled on this of the covers here. So this was a really good trade, really well executed. Obviously, I could have got better ticks. I was aiming for the 320 area, but didn't get it. It was a bit slow, but those are things I can keep on working on. And a decent stop, I'm not too sad about that. Maybe could have stopped out a bit earlier, just around here above the 90 MA, but still okay. It was a good trade. And then lastly, we've got ENSV, which was technically, I feel, the best trade I've made all week. It really wasn't anything fantastic, but the read on it was really good, and how I wasn't impatient so much with going short on things. Normally, I only see the short, I only want a short, but I knew that some of these sympathy plays, the better option is a long. I don't have many good long setups, but the ones I do have really do work. I'm just not good at going long, not because I don't understand the setup, mainly from the belief. I really find it hard to hold on to a long play. I have a lot less confidence in it. I think I could maybe track it more, stuff like that to build up my confidence. But for now, I don't want to, use too many setups. So I'm fine with my two short setups, and I have this one long setup as well. Definitely was a bit early here. I sized in small because I was just getting in kind of average in. It was a bit too quick though, as you can see. I kind of just spammed the button. So definitely could have done better here. I was more looking to get it in at this low, like a fake break of 9 EMA and then like another push up. And that's what I got. It was a small push. I thought it could have gone higher. So I sold off some here and then sold off the rest at break even. And that was fine. I was pretty happy with it. And then finally, we had the big run up. We've got the nice level, got a good level to risk off. And now I was just looking for any kind of bounces to short into. So I wasn't going to short it here, even though this was kind of like a nice shelf area. But it pulled down, bounced off J lines, and then I wanted to get into short again, risking a new high. Very good execution, really happy with it, and then held it all the way down through the breakdown and then at VWAP. And obviously, it moved a lot lower. My target should have been all the way down here, but I didn't want to be over optimistic. But I think I could have definitely held at least some for over here. And that's pretty much been my week. The small caps have been getting hotter again, so that's been great. Futures have been crazy as well. So I hope everyone has been having a great week, and just be careful because some of these plays definitely will push. I think it's definitely going to be a bit harder for shorts. Have to be more patient. Don't think you'll be able to short that early in the morning. According to my stats at the moment, I short way better at like 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock past, and normally I still have a decent win rate at 9:30 to 10, but recently it's been dropping, and I think it's because of these kind of just big run plays. So definitely gonna have to be more patient, keep that in mind, and yeah, hope your training's been going good.